the flag, we all beating our chest. When it's peace, it's the same old game, the same old players, same old names. Right. My skin is my sin. My skin is my sin. My skin is my sin.
What's good, fam? What's going on? This is Jobs, and you are tuned in to My Skin is My Sin on MBK Live on YouTube. From goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only have one rule, and that's be respectful. And I'm getting ready to post the link right now for the live stream on the MBK Live channel. So just bear with me for a second. But anyway, how y'all doing? All right. I'm waiting on the Queen Afi to call up. We should have a good show tonight, too. And not to say that we don't have a good show otherwise, but definitely looking forward to it. A couple things on my mind, and nothing extreme, you know. And let's see. Oh, man, that looks kind of dope, too. Living in Cleveland with the Browns, man, even though I'm not supporting the NFL anymore, but that's what that orange remind me of. But that is dope, though, bro. That is dope, as usual. And salute to that one person that is tuned in. Shout out to you and your family, and hopefully you're doing all right. I did want to say, man, for those people that are in the hurricane's way, my thoughts are sincerely with you. Our thoughts are sincerely with you. Stay as safe as possible, and you are definitely loved. Man, like this has been a tough couple of weeks, just for the community. It's been beautiful, though, I must say, in seeing so many different organizations of ours, you know, either with boots on the ground, or if you can't get there, you sending something, or if you can't send something, you doing something. You know, I've seen so many of us try to do something. And at the end of the day, that's all you can ask of anybody is do something. Don't sit on your ass and do nothing. Being broke is not an excuse. You know, having money doesn't excuse you. Do something. And peace in the live chat room to, and y'all know I'm horrible with these names, and that's the only thing I'm a little shaky about tonight's show is I don't want to butcher the King's name. So shout out to Dillier. Let me you'll let me know if I get it right or wrong. Dillier Briggs, shout out to you in the chat room. And if this is your first time tuning into the show, for the first 15 minutes or so, to keep it a stack, we don't really talk about much. And I won't say much, but it's nothing structured. Maybe about the story of the day or what's going on in the community, just whatever the case. You know, it might be about how our day went that day. And I'm trying. My bad, bro. I'm doing a really bad job of. You know, multitasking is just not my thing, man. I suck at it. It's like if I'm trying to post something, I'm stuck on trying to post something, and I can't necessarily have an actual conversation and post at the same time. So you'll hear little spaces, and if you hear a little space, it's almost like my brain is rebooting, if I said that correctly. I'm not the brightest cat in the planet, you know, so I'm not an idiot either, don't get me wrong, but I know my lane, and I enjoy it, you know. If you got any questions, you got any comments, you can call 347-855-8692. And we got the brother Shakem Akhet. And I do apologize if I just tortured your name, brother. But he should be calling up, I don't know, about 7:15. That's typically what we tell folks. And I'm still waiting on the Queen Afi to show up as well. Talk about Charlottesville. Talk about an interview he did with a white nationalist, and I do air quotes on that because I don't know, it's just fake to me. The whole He's so cowardly, man. Oh, I don't. I want. I can't even think of just like a. Anyway, South Carolina, Black America. I want to talk about the weather there because he's in South Carolina, and it's not. You know, they expecting some really rough weather there. So I want to talk about that. Make sure that him and his people are okay. And the last time I corresponded with him was about 15 minutes ago, and he was saying that thus far everybody's okay. They just trying to get the things that they need and hunker down. But my personal advice, having never been through a hurricane before, if you have the ability to evacuate an area that they're telling you to evacuate, leave. The stuff that you own, the stuff that you have acquired, it's just stuff. It may hold some sentimental value to you and trust and believe. I understand that, but you have to be here to appreciate that. And risking your life is just not worth it, in my opinion. So, and I truly understand that not everybody can leave. Even if everybody had the money in some areas to leave, it would do nothing but cause a huge traffic jam. Or not everybody can afford the gas. So I know that there's definitely and my bad. He just inboxed me, so yeah, I know I can't multitask, so bear with me. How you doing today, though, Delia? What's going on in your city? All right. Hopefully you answered that. Nope, you just left me hanging. I need a little help right now because the queen ain't on the line right now. Oh, and you know what? See, I spoke her up. Hold on one second for the phenomenal Queen Afi. What's good, Queen?
I've been on the line for like 3 minutes. I was like, like at some point he's gonna look down and see.
Oh my, my bad. And I'm trying to see if that's him because I know he just inboxed me, so I hit him with the number to call. And if you can hear, bruh, make sure you. Well, I got the last four of your phone number, so I'll be able to see that. But do me a favor, just press 1 also. That would be helpful. So how you doing? What's going on? How's Houston?
Houston is getting better. There's a long way to go. A lot more roads are clear. Some people getting back to work. Grocery stores are restocking. A lot of gas stations are restocking. So, it's a slow progression, but it's getting there. That's all we can ask for.
And so this one is not expected to affect Houston, correct?
No. The Irma?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Irma is not going to affect Houston directly, not in terms of, like that. Like we're going to get, probably some rain, that comes this way just because of the air currents. There's definitely going to be a little bit of fallout because of gas and stuff. So we're going to be directly affected, in terms of economy.
Right.
People don't get that, most of the oil in this region comes from southeast Texas, and even if it doesn't, the refineries and the gas refineries are here. You know what I'm saying? So there's a couple people freaking out that I saw today, about there being no gas in Florida. We were like, well, yeah, if we can't get the gas out of southeast Texas, clearly it's not going to make it to you guys yet. So, you got to do the best you can, like we have to do the best we can, and we're here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all of this stuff is so interconnected. I don't think people realize, the gravity of how deep connections go, because everyone's so wrapped up in their own little world, and it's me, and what you got going over there doesn't affect me until it does affect you. You know what I'm saying? And then, you lose your mind, like you don't understand. Well, these connections have always been in place. You were just too naive to see them or too unempathetic to be concerned about them. And that's why people have a hard time, reconciling all of this type of stuff. But we're all interconnected. When shit happens on the East Coast, we're gonna feel it over here too. The whole country feels stuff just because of what happened here with Harvey. Islands are getting wiped off the map. We're gonna feel that in terms of economy with income that comes from tourism and travel.
Mm-hmm.
All of this stuff has an effect.
Man, did you see the island? 95% of, what is it, Barbudas? Like, that's
Burma?
95% of a whole island. Done.
Gone. People. Infrastructure. Buildings. Factories. Refineries. Cars. Boats. It's all gone. It's gone.
Yeah, that's, and I forget what the other country is that I guess it was the mayor of another. I'm not sure exactly how it went, but anyway, they were flying over, like, their island got hit, but it wasn't like bad, in comparison to other times. And he said when he flew over this one, like, it's the worst thing he's ever, like, I just can't even imagine. Like, that's just when I saw a couple of those pictures, it just, it's heartbreaking, And it's almost like, I think that right there is, in a weird way, kind of why people don't care as much, because it hurts so much. And hold on, we got our guest in the queue, so I do apologize for keeping you on hold, King. Did you want to, and we got Jerome on the line, so I want to make sure, once we introduce him, Ron, we'll bring you in, so don't go nowhere. Queen, did you want to introduce the brother?
Sure, I can.
That would be great. I don't want to butcher his name.
No problem. Well, I wasn't, I hadn't planned on butchering it either. But Shakem is a social activist in Charlottesville, North Carolina. He spearheads several local foundations and programs there that benefit the community. And I know a lot about Shakem, but I would say just generally he is a social activist. He's always working with the local government and communities there to help build up the local community and neighborhoods there. So I think that he has a lot of great information to offer during the show, and a great insight in terms of a separatist stance on the condition of the nation.
So can we get the brother in now?
Welcome,
that was a hell of an intro. Without further ado, let's get Shakem on the line. What's good, fam?
Peace, family. Man, I'm doing wonderful.
What's up, man?
The sister said Charlotte. The sister put me accidentally in Charlottesville, North Carolina, but I'm in Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah, that's all
a little different, but we'll get it together.
Right,
Aww.
right.
So how's the weather, bro? First and foremost.
Woo. But right now, it's like the calm before the storm. So, man, I just left trying to get a lot of water. The lines are just long, and we have a lot of people at the gas pump. Of course, gas is just skyrocketing. We got some price gouging. You know how that goes during crisis. So right now, I'm just kind of like trying to figure out where I'm going to actually stay as far as I want to be close by just in case, I have to do a little bit of, community work once the storm hits. So I'll be doing that. And I want to get farther enough out the way so I don't have to get in the brunt of the storm. I actually went through Hurricane Hugo in 1989 when it straight up hit Charleston, South Carolina. And that was probably one of the worst weather experiences I had in my life. So right then I made a vow to myself when I was like 11 years old that I would never be in the middle of another hurricane again.
Right. Then why
it was crazy.
why risk it, bruh?
Right. Correct.
Like I don't know, man. And man, that's a tough one.
Well, I don't know.
It's hard to say. It's easy to say leave because it's not me.
Well, Shakem is in an area where this is not common for that area every year. But like me, I'm a Houstonian. We know about hurricane season. We have it every year. We have, at least a major hurricane every year. We have a hurricane that brings flooding at least every other year. So when people are used to it and they kind of know how quickly the aftermath is going to last, it's like it's not. It doesn't make you. It's not enough to make you want to move. It's like y'all get all that snow and y'all get snowed in and got to track through 3 and 4 feet of snow, but y'all not running from that. It's like there's gonna be somewhere where you're gonna have a natural disaster. You just got to decide which one you're willing to put up with.
Yeah.
So and if you get something like what's going on now and you only get it every 30 years, if some people that's not enough for them to move to a place and deal with a weather condition that they're going to take more every year. I'd rather deal with it every year
keep in mind
snow every year.
Well, keep in mind, we're on the coast, so we're used to this. We're right on the coast. I'm right on, I live 10 minutes from the beach. So I'm on that area, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, to where, we had Hurricane Matthew last year. Matthew skirted up the coast, and kind of went up a path. So we're used to, getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
I guess just not being from one of those areas, it's just
to leave. Permanent.
Yeah.
I don't know, but somebody got some. I guess that are y'all nailing something over there, King?
Oh, me? Oh, I was outside. Is it? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just like a huge breeze every 12 seconds, and somebody.
Okay. I was walking.
Oh, okay. Okay, I feel that.
And I got caught.
Man, salute to you, man. Walking and doing an interview, bro. That would not be me.
Oh yeah, because I got to go put up this water. I got a ton of stuff I was doing, so I just took some stuff out of the car, and But if it gets too bad, let me know. I got my headset and I can take it out for the sake of clarity on the phone.
Actually, you dope right now. And before we really get started with the interview, let me get our manager Rome on the line. I think he want to get in. I ain't sure. What's good, bro?
Yo, what's good, family? Peace.
Chilling.
Hey, Rome.
Peace.
Hey, Queen, how you doing? Peace, family. Yeah, so let's get into it, man. I hope.
Yeah, let's jump off into a couple of questions. So let me ask you this, bro. Have you always been just strong in the community, or was there a transition point? And it's kind of one of the. I like to find out what made you change. I like those type of. I like that part of the story.
Word. Okay, so in 2000, I went to federal prison. I started off at Edgefield, South Carolina, federal prison there. Sat down for a while. I went to Williamsburg, South Carolina. Then I got transferred there. I went to Terre Hill, Indiana. I was in the USP in Atlanta. When they changed the custody level in Atlanta, I went to Yazoo City, Mississippi, and I got out in 2010. Yeah. So I did a little. I flew around a little bit in the feds. During that time, man, I met a lot of influential brothers. When I first went, I was a hard head, used to being in the streets. So, of course, while we in the system, we kind of get exposed to a whole new world that, we really didn't see prior to that. And, for me being in the Deep South, we didn't really have the Nation of Gods and the Earth and the Nation of Islam. So it was kind of we were more of sort of backwards kind of, to be honest with you, especially back in 99, 2000, back when I first was, getting locked up. So when I got to the federal prison in Edgefield, that's when I started. I met a brother from New York then born knowledge, God, Allah. So, you know, man, he was like, yo, young brother, man, you real sharp. And he was like, man, I got some books for you. You know, so the brother was, you know, talking about NGE, man, and how everything operates. He gave me the supreme alphabet, mathematics, all of that good stuff. Then I just started traveling, man, and in my travels, I just started to grow and read more and gather more information, and I just became hungry for knowledge. And then there came a point in time to where I realized, I said, you know what? The criminal activity that I utilized to get myself into prison,
right?
I said, if I could use that information and clean myself up, the information that I'm looking at, if I could use that information and clean myself up and transition myself, then I felt that, you know, I owe that to my community. When I got in USP Atlanta, a good brother, man, who I was with, he kind of sat back, man, and he talked to me, and he was a Sunni Muslim. And the brother used to always get on me, man, youngster, you know, I know you could do this, I know you could do that. Man, you got to, like, discipline yourself. You got to, you know, get right, you know, iron your uniform every day, you know, in the morning, you know, and do all of that. So, you know, man, I just started my transition, and, you know, man, I just took off from there. And then when I got home, that's when I dedicated myself to, you know, elevating my community and lifting my moral standards up and just trying to get in there and help out.
That's dope, bro. Like, that's phenomenal, man. Like, wow. Man, I don't even want to get into the whys of that part, you know, why you have to sit down, but because it's more important as to what you did when you got back up.
Yeah.
Well, you know, but you know what, though? The reason why I'm so headstrong because I still keep in touch with all of my brothers in the prison system, and then I use my personal experience whenever I do a lot of mentoring and big brother, big sister programs that we actually put in place. But I actually went down in a conspiracy, and a lot of the young brothers that I talk to, I always talk to them about the conspiracy laws that the federal government has. There was a law that when we got picked up, there was something called 1B1.3 in the United States Sentencing Guideline Manual. And that is called relevant conduct. And I worked as a law library clerk when I was in Yazoo City, Mississippi, and when I was in Edgefield, South Carolina. So a lot of the brothers know me when I was in prison for being a law library clerk. But when they grabbed us, they charged us with what's called relevant conduct. And a lot of brothers who might have been in federal prison under conspiracy know about relevant conduct. So what they would do is any criminal activity that a co-conspirator engages in, they make you liable for it, and they enhance your sentence because of that. So just say you and I get caught with somebody tells on you, and they say, well, you know, I bought 6 grams a week from the brother for 6 months. They take that 6 grams every week for 6 months, add it up, and when they add it up, they'll charge you with it, and they'll increase your base offense level, which increases your time. So you might not have had all of that in your possession, but somebody just said that that's what you had, and the prosecutor goes after that, and then they charge you with it, and then they throw you in a conspiracy with a bunch of people that you might not even know, and then they just say, okay, if you want to go to trial, roll a dice. If you want to plea, you got a mandatory minimum, 20 to life. Here you go.
Damn. Like, that's fucked up right there, bro. Like, and there's no better way to say that.
Right.
Yeah. And they just assume that you're not going to fight it because most of the time a lot of people don't have the income and the support behind them to do it.
Right.
So you get stuck.
And then you know, another thing, with the federal sentencing guidelines, it's so strict, right? A lot of people who are in the system, they kind of get real discouraged because, just say you want to go to trial, the government, they have these harsh penalties, and I actually was and still am an advocate of destroying the mandatory minimums, because what the mandatory minimums do is they tie the hand of the judge and they actually assist the prosecution in sentencing you before you get to the judge. So what a prosecutor does in his wicked ways, and this is what Jeff Sessions actually talked about several months ago when he wants to kind of like reestablish. See, I went down in the era with Bill Clinton and the Truth in Sentencing Act. That's kind of like when our conspiracy started when I was younger. So what they end up doing is the prosecutor he gives you he charges you with the highest amount of drugs
possible
that he can, and then he knows under the United States Sentencing Guideline Manual, he knows that a judge can't go below that amount unless you get what they call a downward departure. And downward departure is usually for cooperation with the government. So a lot of brothers get a downward departure, and you be like, man, how did that brother get sentenced so low? That's because he told, and they gave him a downward departure. But that's the only way. That's how the prosecutors actually tie your hands in a federal conspiracy, and they sentence you versus the judge.
Wow.
Damn.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crucial.
Man, I mean, I know it was rigged, but I didn't know it to that extent. Damn, that is.
Yes, it's rigged.
Geez. All right, so let me ask you this: ideologically wise, where are you? So I'm not sure. You know, nationally.
Right. So
I think that's what they said in that interview with you was with the white dude. I seen that.
Yeah. Right. So I refer to myself as a nationalist, right? I love the ideology of nationalism. I believe, like Malcolm X said, that we should control our own communities. We should control the politics in our own community. We should control our economic destiny. We should control our school system. There's no way that, we live in these pockets of, in districts that are majority black, and we have either sellouts running the community or we have white people running the community. In the city I live in, we are 53% black, and it's like 33% white, and the rest is other. But we have whites controlling the economic structure of our cities, and they control the political structure of our cities. That means they control the educational aspect of our communities also. So with black nationalism, what we want to do is we want to put ourselves in a position to where we can rule over our communities, and we can have control over a budget, and we can make the necessary decisions that we need to increase the economic and the living standards of our people here in this city.
Okay. So, and how do you accomplish that? Like when I saw I saw the interview with you, and if for those people out there that have not seen the interview, is you and a white nationalist basically saying we agree.
Right.
And we willing to work towards that aim. But how does that benefit black nationalism? And my second question was, as far as they have never made a treaty with any person of color in the history of ever that I'm aware of that they have honored. To align yourself with them in any capacity is inherently saying I trust them to a point.
Okay, well, not
where do you
necessarily,
get that
right?
bit of trust
but this
from?
was okay. So check this out. This was a strategic move, and I think this move actually that I had to make. It was a very tough decision, right? And it took a lot of time for me to actually sit down and map it out. But in the end, it worked masterfully and it worked wonderfully. And let me tell you how. Now, at the time, as you know now, I don't know if since we're friends, you see that, we are in a fight with one of the most powerful and crooked mayors in the city of North Charleston. For so long, last year, our city, which is primarily black, we had over $67 million in contracts. Only 2% of the contracts went to black people. We have a budget of over $500 million annually, but this white boy who's in control, he has carved out a system to where he can starve economically the black communities and starve economic growth, and he can spur economic development in white areas, even though he's in a city that's primarily black. Now, so what we have planned is a political takeover. I don't know if you saw a lot of the videos where I've been confronting a lot of members, in council, but confronting the mayor, been standing up to him. We got a group of brothers also who, as a matter of fact, my brother just won 2 days ago, and shout out to Marvin Pendarvis. He's going to be in the House of Representatives in South Carolina, and I got another brother. We ran his campaign 2 years ago. He's an attorney. His name is Marlon Kempson. He's a senator too. So and my other homeboy who I grew up with, His name is Michael Brown. He's now a city councilman in District 1 here in the city of North Charleston. So what we've been doing is putting ourselves in position to where we can have a seat at our own table and redirect some of our tax dollars back into the community so we can help, infrastructure in the neighborhood and things like that, cost millions of dollars that we just don't have. Now, so during the time all of this has been transpiring, we had groups like Antifa, and these other democratic socialist groups. They've been coming in and trying to take the narrative away from our community, which is economic development in the black community, and they've been trying to, I would say, advocate on behalf of black people and telling us what our needs are. So they started doing a lot of frivolous talk about taking down Confederate statues, and they've been talking about, how, you see them, Antifa and these other groups here, they would, put up Facebook groups talking about how they're gonna, spray paint the statue, and they got Black Lives Matter flags and this and that. So what I saw is them attempting to hijack the narrative. So me, I'm a student of war. I'm a student of the art of war. That's what I do. I feel like, I'm perfecting my craft and trying to be able to understand how to, maneuver in war. So one of the things I thought about, right?
Let me get this straight thus far. I just want to make sure that I'm caught up. Okay. So basically, this was kind of like an end around, propaganda-wise, to take back to be able to control the narrative.
I had to change the narrative. It was getting out of hand. And if I didn't change the narrative, I ran the risk of not only having our people lose sight of what our goal is, which is economic freedom, economic stability, and a political takeover. I ran the risk of the white liberal coming in and dictating what our agenda would be, and then sidetracking our people, and then having our people turn around and fight on behalf of his agenda, and knowing that what they're fighting for is not going to get us anywhere. Listen, in 2000 in South Carolina, we fought to take the Confederate flag down from the top of the State House, and they moved it to the bottom of the State House. That was in 2000. They moved it in 2000. Then in 2015, after Dylann Roof came in the church and killed 9 black people, what they did to try to appease us is they said, okay, we'll take down the Confederate flag. So they took down the Confederate flag. Then they turn around now, and to try to appease us again, they was like, oh, okay, well, we can kind of like help black people out, and we'll take down a statue, and that's going to help, you know what I'm saying? That's going to like appease y'all and give y'all, a sense of accomplishment because we took down a statue. See, I'm not going to buy that. Now, so I felt that there was a need to have to change the narrative immediately because of the things we were trying to accomplish politically here in the system. Now, one of the reasons I chose the secessionist party is because, A, the secessionist party, they don't want to join our organization. They don't want our woman. They want their own, they want their heritage. We want our heritage. They love having their space. We have our space. So with them, I didn't really have to worry about too much IOU or an integration type of thing because they don't really want to have anything to do with us. Basically, it's separate. They're cool with that.
I mean, but I get that. If I believe that, I get it. But I don't because historically, they're going to, irregardless of how it works out, up until the point where, let's say, y'all win, and now we got a country split up into it's white folks on the left and us on the right. At some point, them white folks gonna try to destroy us. That's what they do.
Well, we know that, right? So that's a good thing. So that means we keep one eye open. See, this is the thing. When you listen to the interview, right? When you listen to the interview, you listen closely, especially the first one. What we came and we said is this, I said, we are not compromising our beliefs. The white boy said, we're not compromising our beliefs. I said, listen, we will still do what we have to do. Y'all do what y'all have to do. I said, but what I want my people to understand is that the issue right now that you're fighting for, this is not our issue. This is not going to get us anywhere economically, socially. It's not going to help our condition by you running around trying to integrate into a group of Antifa and these democratic socialist groups trying to get in and spray paint a statue, and you think that's going to be revolution. See, I had to give the message to the people, and the people listen.
But it could be, and we got a couple of callers in the queue that's been waiting for a long time.
Okay,
and I'm
cool.
sorry, Queen, go ahead. I know you got a question.
Yeah, I wanted to interrupt. Now, Shakem, now you've known me for a couple of years. You and I bump heads. I don't really think we've ever agreed on anything, probably because I'm a Pan-Africanist and nowhere near a socialist. Now, the whole point of, his question was, how are you going to get that done? And if I hear your concern right, Joseph, it's how after it gets done, how do you maintain it? You know what I'm saying? I've still not heard a reasonable answer to how separation can get done in this country, on this soil, knowing the history that has been replayed many times when black people are able to be self-sufficient in an area with little to no outside white influence or assistance or connections. And, with a pat to be left alone, here they come invading or being nosy or trying to control something. We're just going to end up in a situation like the Native Americans in this country on reservations have to deal with. So the question is, how do you get nationalism? How do you get separation as a nationalism accomplished? And I don't mean the event that just happened in Charlottesville. I mean in general. How do you get nationalism accomplished, especially hand in hand with white separatism? How does that work?
Okay, well, good. Well, see, I'm not hand in hand with them, right? Like I said, I just utilized them to change the narrative.
I don't mean literally.
That was it.
I don't mean literally hand in hand.
Okay, yeah. So I just utilize them for my own personal needs, which has changed the narrative. That's done. I don't even. He go his way, I go mine. So we don't have an alliance. We don't have an affinity together. That was something that I had to utilize to bring the narrative back to what's going on in our communities and what we need to be done. So I had to really use him because of the coverage that we got here locally. I wasn't really concerned. I mean, and to be honest, the people who I knew were going to be naysayers, I really knew that. But I feel like, I had to be. I kind of calculated. I knew before I did it. I sat down and I thought, because I feel like I'm a very critical thinker. So I sat down and I thought, okay, who are going to be the naysayers? What are they going to say? I knew I could probably call it, but I still went ahead and did it because it benefited situation in the narrative that I wanted to bring back home. Now, as far as nationalism, right? Now, my thing is, I'm not. When we're talking about taking control or living separate, I don't really, here in this country, I really don't think that's going to too much happen. We'd have to move off. So what I'm concerned about is right now what I have in front of me locally in the city that I live in. I'm not thinking, okay, can we get two nations to split apart? I ain't even worrying about that right now because, that's not, my thing is local first. So locally here, what we are trying to do is seize control of our community. So that's what we're doing right now. And if you follow me and you kind of like look, you'll kind of see that that's the type of narrative that we're bringing, and that's what we're doing. So I got to start locally first before I start thinking about nationally. So locally, if I can have or we can have our brothers and our sisters get in certain positions of power, then we can build an economic system to where we can control millions of dollars in budget, and we can help black businesses, and we can give incentives, and we can give out contracts. That's how the white man gets rich. And that's how a lot of black people who, end up being flunkies in office, but that's what they do. They get in these positions to where they can control the ebb and flow of millions of tax dollars just by getting in the seat, positioning people strategically to where they can, make these type of moves and create millionaires overnight. That's what we want to do. That's what we are going to do.
All right, and I feel that, and let me make this quick statement, and then I'm going to get to, we got 9271 in the queue, 8130, and then 4969. But I guess it could be seen by other people as the only way to to accomplish the goal is to get involved with white folks. I guess that would be another concern of mine. Is visually it looks like like we need them, and I don't agree. I think we need to get rid of them. And is that possible in this country? Like completely no. Let's keep it a stack. But I don't know if that's the visual that would be. I get you strategically, I really do, because I'm looking at it practically, so I'm not trying to dump on you at all. I just don't know if it necessarily worked out the way you wanted to globally, but locally, it may have worked out.
Perfect. And you know what, though? And I'm going to tell you something like this, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. When I sat down and I calculated, listen, the people who support me here locally, they're going to always support me. Why? Because they can, with my organization, when I built the Suffolk Community Development Association, and when I went ahead and got it on paper, my main thing was how can we funnel resources that are available into the community to help the people who need it. So that's why when you see me put things up like, yo, we got 100 jobs available, all I need you to do is go apply. I'm already here. You don't need no background. You don't need nothing. All you need to do is pass a drug test. When I put posts like that up, what I do is my job and others who are with me, our job is to find these companies who make these offerings, but they might not have ties in the community. And what we do is we go and take that resource, and I might go to the federal halfway house, because I've been in the halfway house. So I know them brothers down there looking for jobs. So what I do, I go down to the halfway house. Hey, man, y'all brothers looking for a job? Cool. All right, I got you. Well, you see me just about 2 weeks ago, I made a post. I was able, one of the good brothers who I know, he's a county councilman, we got together, and we got 9 people record expunged. We were able to get their record expunged so that now they can, function better. So what we're doing is to build credibility in the community. We're trying to provide an actual service that helps better the condition of people's lives. So that's like our ultimate goal.
Okay, I feel that. Let's get to a couple of callers right quick. Let's get to 9271. And my apologies for keeping you on hold for so long, but it's a dope little build, so hold on one second. What's good, fam? Hello?
Yeah,
all right. Hello?
Sound like I had music.
It's Freestyle Friday, ain't it?
So, I'm not sure who that was. We're going to try it one more time because they've been on hold for 40 minutes. Hopefully they caught that. Hold on. All right. I'm trying to get to you, pal. Pal. Thinking I'm talking to myself. Let me get to 8130 right quick. Hey, I slip up sometimes too, man. I ain't perfect.
Houdini new mixtape.
Right. What's good, pal?
What's up, King? Hello?
What's going on, man? What's your name and where you from, bro?
PFK, 300 gangsters in the building, man. You know what it is.
Oh, what's good, bro?
We
I ain't
already
recognize
got.
my fault, fam.
You all good? You all stop playing, man. You don't know, man. Stop playing. What's up, bro? My activists all be up on there, got boots on the ground there in Charleston. We definitely I had to give my man some love, you know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah, I don't mess with, Boom don't mess with much of them out there at all. But my man puts that work there.
Word.
That's what's up.
Word. Appreciate you, brother.
Boom is fam.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. You already know, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. And like I said, that the naysayers, they already are sharp on us, That's what they was born to do, So let's just
most
keep
definitely
going out. Better keep doing the work or whatever. But again, don't be surprised if 300 gangsters in a building down there too.
Ooh, listen, all you gotta do is come. Everything is paid for. All you gotta do is tell me you coming, and that's it. You ain't gotta worry about nothing.
That's what I like to hear right there, man.
Zero.
I got you there.
Zero.
We pulling, just say no more there. We coming, that's what we gonna do though. We
Come
keep doing your work. And you definitely know you can call if somebody want to get stupid down there. You already know you got it.
Word.
He retired. My man retired, but he definitely got a front line for your ass. On Boom said that shit. Boom said it.
Word. That's what's up.
I love y'all.
Man, that's so dope, bro.
I love y'all. Yo, salute. 300 gangsters all day. Power to the people. We do the work that the British won't do. Salute.
Thanks.
Already.
Salute. No doubt, man. Hey, man, and Boom is for real. Like, and I know it's a little off topic, but we went down there, man, and this brother let us sleep in his house, sight unseen.
Word.
You know, like
you ever had
his family
a gangster cook pancakes? That's
Word.
real.
Word.
Boom, cold blooded, baby.
Hey, man, Boom is for real though. Let's see, we got one more caller in the queue. I want to get to them, and then we'll kind of get back to the building and kind of see what we're gonna do further, and what you got going like specifically at this moment. But I'm gonna get to 4969 real quick. What's good, fam?
Greetings. Hey, greetings. This is Shabaka Sankara, the host of Shabaka's Black Experience, and I have been wanting to reach out to Mr. Boom for the longest, is because I saw that video he did back there in Baltimore, Maryland, where he told them ass-scratching Negroes to get the fuck up out of town, or otherwise he was going to smash. That's exactly what we did, man. And as you see on my post, people, the days of ass-scratching and Yassa Boston are over, and I got suspended for 30 days from, I was in FBJ, is because New Era Detroit had went out and exposed one of these sorry-ass, jackleg-ass motherfucking preachers, and I commented on it and said, hey, man, they did a great job, man, you know what I'm saying, and exposed more of these tricks. It's because of all the revenue that they generate with the tides every Sunday, man, that is more than enough for us to reinvest in ourselves now. I'm up here in Olympia, Washington, you know, doing a temporary job assignment, and I've traveled through the eastern part of this state, which is ultra-conservative, Trump country to the maximum, and these motherfuckers, man, are firm believers of their Second Amendment rights. Now, keep in mind, people, is that 50 years ago, a black man in Oakland, California, tried to come up with the same Second Amendment rights to protect ourselves against the police murdering us. They labeled him a damn terrorist. You all know who I'm talking about. The one and only HG. You see what I mean? And he was a law student, and he was researching it, you see, and quite natural, of course, you know, that they were declared public enemy #1. But on the economical platform, yeah, man, I'm loving what you guys are doing, man. I really am. So definitely check out Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. We will be coming on every Sunday, you know, and we have yet to decide what's the perfect hour. It will either be 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. But we're leaning more towards 7 p.m. and most definitely, you know, everybody on here, whatever you're doing in the black community is all positive. It's welcome to come along and join on. And yes, and I will be participating in the Blackathon coming up this Saturday. You see, and then yes, sir. And then also, too, I want to give a special shout-out and, you know, sending positive energy to all the ones down there in the hurricane zones. But as we all know, as I said on my wall, is that it is the spirit of the ancestors with these hurricanes. And then when you check out the song that I put up there, Ship Ahoy by the OJs, it does talk about the actual passage, and they made this record in 1973. Now, keep in mind, Black family, is that they try to...
That's a whole other conversation, King, that I definitely do not want to entertain tonight. I want to make sure that our guest gets the shine that he has so rightfully deserved. You brought up a good point about the Blackathon too, man. I definitely appreciate you pointing that out. If you have not heard, September the 9th, starting at 7 a.m. in the morning, we're gonna do 24 hours live on the New Black Knowledge YouTube channel. We have several platforms of our own that have come together to do this for 24 hours. Just like the brother said, he will be on. We will be doing something through the Knowledge Radio. Renee Black, Jay Dizzle, Thought Crimes, Sonia Burkett. And I know I am forgetting somebody.
Been involved in a Blackathon. Yeah, I'm involved in the Blackathon. Shabaka Sankara's involved in the Blackathon.
Oh yeah. I know you had already. I thought I had acknowledged that. I do apologize. And I ain't want to butcher your name either, man, because I'm horrible with names, man. If you know me, man, I would shred your shit, man. And it ain't intentional.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry, I've just never been good at it, man. So I had to put that out there.
I understand because this is a mighty task, that we're taking on. But I would definitely appreciate you guys, the generations after mine, man, of getting back that knowledge, man. Really.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Definitely appreciate it, man. And look forward to building with you in the future, King.
Absolutely. Okay, man. I got to get back to work, man. Wish you all the best. Okay, y'all have a nice night. Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir. Okay.
All right, peace.
Yep.
Always.
Peace. Right.
The Blackathon, we're gonna be rocking till good times come on in the morning. We're going.
Man, that's gonna be crazy, man.
Though. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, the Blackathon. I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too.
And I appreciate everyone. All of this, expanding. And it can't just be about Southeast Texas now. It's got to be about Florida. It's got to be about the Caribbean islands and pretty much the entire.
Yeah, I can barely hear you. I can barely hear anything you saying, Queen. I know that wind is vicious out there, but I can barely hear over it.
I was just saying
good.
that
As soon as I said something.
Those of us going through it, are very appreciative of the effort, and I'm just amazed at how people are offering to help and assist and want to join in on the Blackathon. I think it's going to be an amazing event, and shout out to you, Job.
That's a
for
fact.
the initiative.
That's a fact. This is going to be.
I appreciate that.
Historical.
No doubt. I definitely appreciate that. And let's all right, Shakem. So what's the name of your organization? And for people that want to contact you, that's trying to help, how do they do that?
Okay, so well, the name of my organization that I started was the Sappho Community Development Association. Like I said, when I sat down and envisioned it, it's kind of like my levels of activism have transformed like throughout the years. When I first started out, I got home in like 2010. To be honest, I was an internet gangster. I was a red, black, and green internet. I was a red, black, and green internet troll. You know what I'm saying? Because I really couldn't go nowhere. I was in a halfway house, so all I could do is really go to work, come home, and then curse dudes out online, talk trash. You know what I'm saying? Black power. I mean that's what I was, right? I was one of the people that you block and delete on Facebook who come on with the kill Whitey, all that other stuff, and just smack off, go off. That was me. That was Shakem. That's what I was known for. If I see you saying something crazy, I'm gonna call you a coon. I'm gonna call you an agent. All of that stuff. You disagree with me? Oh man, you an agent. You know what I'm saying? And I used to entertain. Yeah, that was me. You know what I'm saying? And it was a learning experience, and I had to grow and develop. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of like how I was used to that in prison. So when I came home, I was saying, you disagree? Oh man, you the police, man. You an agent. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, after getting to reported and people reporting your posts and all of that, I kind of like, back and forth in Facebook jail. So I started my next phase of activism. I started going out in the streets like when Walter Scott got shot and Mike Brown got shot. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, now I just turned into like the no holds barred, straight up talk trash, bullhorn. We gonna smash you. You know what I'm saying? All kind of crazy. I get out there, man, and lead a charge down the street with the bullhorn, fuck the pigs, the police. You know what I'm saying? I was just straight up going. But so I didn't care. Even though I was on federal probation, I could have got locked up. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the mentality I still had that militant mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So then, as I started really understanding my community, and when I walked outside, I saw a lot of homeless people. I saw people who were sleeping on benches, dudes with needles in their arm. I see the woman, out there at the bus stop sleeping, trying to give you $20 for some head so they can, eat that day. So I said, you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start going out and I'm going to start feeding the homeless and giving them, blankets and stuff like that. So now one of the things, a lot of people call me arrogant in the days when I was first starting. And I know the Queen used to call me that too sometimes. But it wasn't.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, she called me that a couple of times. But you know what, though? You know what? It was I accept criticism. And there were times where I was arrogant and I learned from it. I made a lot of mistakes early on. I made a lot of mistakes. And
okay,
things
biggest
that I
mistake
shouldn't have
bro.
done.
Let's hear about that. What was the biggest one?
Okay, so I made one mistake that I made, and you know what I said? One of the greatest mistakes that I probably made is when I wanted to fight Tariq Nasheed because he was talking trash to Soul Love, the sister, and the sister was mad, you know what I'm saying? And he was coming to Charleston, and she was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I want to confront him, and we want to, you know what I'm saying, see what he about, So not saying the move was a bad move, but as I begin to grow and develop, I said, you know what? We are so quick to confront another black man or black woman out here, and we don't confront the white man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here telling this dude, yo, man, you come in my city, man, we're going to do something to you. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. That's how I felt. We're going to do, because you sat there and called this girl an agent. The girl ain't no agent, man. The girl was out there giving her heart. Even though you didn't agree with what she was doing, you know what I'm saying? But she put her heart and her soul into her activism after the Dylan Roof situation came out. She put her heart and her soul into that. And you turn around and make a whole hour-long YouTube video, and you call that girl an agent. And the girl's not an agent. She's just a black woman who, you created conspiracy, and that crushed the girl. That crushed her, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and her don't get along, but the thing is, it crushed her spirit because that's what she knew. That's what she wanted to do. That's how she felt she was helping the cause of black people by getting out and fighting, out here in the city against the white people who wanted to, play the game with Dylan Roof. So that's how she wanted to express herself. And I think as brothers, we can't be so quick to attack each other and how we feel like we want to help in society. So he goes out, call a girl an agent, all this and that, make a video, then put a conspiracy theory around her, then put up a profile picture, how she done got locked up and all that. That's immature. Wow. All of us done been locked up. A lot of us done been locked up. So, you want to go off and call a girl an agent and all that stuff, which I don't never agree with because we use this word loosely and, we get mad at somebody just call them man. But it was some foolishness. Yeah, it was some foolishness. But you know what?
So
one
you
thing that
threatened
I learned,
to beat him up. Did he show?
Huh?
Did he show?
Yeah, he came. He came. He left out the back door, though. But you know that. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? The dude left, man. He left. I mean, come on now. The dude saw the girl, man. The dude left, man. I don't want to bring up the old stuff, but the dude left out the back door, man. We know everybody. The dude left out the back door. But that's cool, you know what I'm saying? That's cool.
Hey, man, he ain't called the police, bro. He did.
Don't go there, man.
Listen, man, the man. I don't want to go there, but the man called the police, man. Listen, he said, I got it on videotape. He called, listen, the police said Tariq Nasheed will not come out until this girl is escorted off the property. Get that girl her money back and leave. Now, she don't want to fight the dude. She just said, I want to confront Tariq Nasheed because he ruined my life. See, a lot of people was jumping on the sister, man, calling her crazy and all that. But see, this is my thing, right? Like, I believe that if you say something about somebody, they have every right to confront you.
To respond.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. Let the woman respond. The woman ain't trying to fight you. The woman just said, I want to confront Tariq because he destroyed my life. She's crying, breaking down, and there were sunglasses on. She mad. So, you know me, I'm like, yo, okay, ask him a couple questions, whatever, and y'all go. But I think all of it was uncalled for, and everything just went south. But at the end of the day, the reason why I said ultimately it's a mistake is because, for one thing, we are so quick to want to attack another black woman, a black man, but we don't stand up to the enemy. So, you know, at that point in time, you know, Tariq Nasheed does not control a lot of the gentrification that goes on in this city. He doesn't control that. He doesn't have control over the economic destiny of a lot of people in my city. He's not over a police force that terrorizes black men and women. He's not over that. Nobody basically knew him in my city for him to even be that significant. So my thing is, you know, and hats off to him, he makes good documentaries. But at the end of the day, I had to realize within myself that energy that I was taking and lashing out on my brothers and sisters on Facebook, I need to use that energy and attack the white man. That's who I need to confront. See, and my activism slowly began to mature. So now I went and started doing stuff like feeding the homeless and getting, you know, organizing people and saying, man, let's go out in the street, in the community, and let's make a change. Let's talk to people. Let's try to understand what they're doing. Let's probe the community and find out what they need. See, and one of the biggest things that, you know, I realize is that a lot of the things that I was way off from the community when it came to service and needs. So when I first went out, I said, okay, what I'm going to do, because normally we would go out, you know, shout out to the brothers and sisters who do it. You know, we'll go out with the flag, Black Power, pass out information, you know, all power to the people. That's what we did, you know what I'm saying? That's how I started off in Charleston. That's what we do. But then, you know what? One day somebody said, listen, what you need to do is you need to go and talk to the community and ask them what are their needs. So I created a spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet had the top 3 things that the community felt that they needed. And this is how I started the Suffolk Community Development Association. So when I got out, I started asking the community, okay, what are some of the things that you'd like to see change in the community? Old lady said, you know what? We need a stoplight down there because the kids are always about to get hit in the morning in school because they don't have a stoplight. They need a crossing guard down there. Then another person will say, you know what? This ditch right here floods every time it rains, and the city don't never come out here, and all the trash stays in here, and there's a standstill after it rains for like 3-4 days. You say, wow. Then they say, you know what? This whole road needs to be, we need a sidewalk from here down here to the school because the children always get hit by, you know, a child got hit by a car last year and the children don't have nowhere to play. Then you start scratching your head and they say, you know what, we wish we could have a playground because the kids don't have nowhere to play. Then you say, oh. So now I started to see how far off I was from the community. You know what I'm saying? I'm screaming Black Power. You know, Black Power walking down the street with a flag, handing out information about Marcus Garvey and about, you know, some other things, supporting black economics. But then the community is like, yo, we need a sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? Our children about to get hit by a car.
We need something tangible.
Okay, so
bingo,
I have
exactly.
I have a question because this is where you and I's last run-in came from. So, I mean, wouldn't it make more sense for you to consider yourself a socialist than, you know, pro-black, pan-African, nationalist, whatever, any of these other labels? I mean, wouldn't you just consider yourself a social activist? Because I think, and I'm, if you're honest, I'm sure you'll agree, you know, there's a lot of people that aren't fond of you for whatever reason. I mean, and I think a lot of it comes from the fact that they're confused by your platform. You know, I mean, when you put yourself in a position that you're in, you may not purposely make a platform, but one is going to be created for you by the people. And I think because your platform is unclear, a lot of people have a hard time following where it is that you're trying to take your initiative. You know, I mean, in this short time that we've done this interview, I mean, you've spoken about, you know, being for your people and you know, not caring about white people, but then, you know, you care about the homeless and, you know, the playground but then you want to be separated. It's like you have to have a clear platform for people to get on board. Because, I mean, I'll be honest, I think some of the things that you say make sense, but if you'll talk about one thing and then you'll switch over to something that they're really hard to connect the two, and then that's when I have a disconnect with your ideology. So
right, because that's okay. That's because I've grown. That's because I've grown and developed as a person. So I've gone through a phase. Let me explain. Right, I went through a process of first just talking. Oh man, fuck these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Getting on and screaming and trying to be. And then I found out a lot of that stuff doesn't work. It's not reality. See, it's not reality. And the people, you know what? The only people who are confused are, it's not, you said a lot of people, but in the grand scheme of things, it's only a small group of people. Because in the grand scheme of things, if you came down in the city with me, you know what? You'd be like, boy, everybody loved that dude. Now, of course, I got the haters here and there, but the 90% of the people would be like, yo, that dude that's our man, right? Nobody has ever stood up to the mayor. And I know you saw the videos when I went in, and we damn near just cursed out the mayor, called them all type of names, and we, like really, nobody has ever stood up to these cowards, these white boys, that like we have here in this city between me and a couple of my partners. That's unprecedented, and that's unheard of because we're so used to fighting each other. When I go out in the community and you see and I take a lot of pictures, not to be self-serving or self-centered, but I take a lot of pictures so that people can be inspired by what I do because people have inspired me. So when you see me going out and talking to a group of youngsters, or you see me going out in the schools, or you see me in the streets with the people, these people have an affinity to me because they see that my heart is selfless and I want them to succeed. Those 150 people that we hire, yeah, of course I get a finder's fee. Of course I get a finder's fee. Of course I'm going to get one. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a deal. Listen, you want me to help find these 150 people? Guess what? Give me a finder's fee, I'll do it. That helps me to put money in our organization. But at the same time, the people love what's going on. When I go and help these battered women, and I go down to the shelter, the battered woman shelter downtown, and I help those young women out, they love that, and they say, you know what? This brother here is really totally on our side, and we talk to them, and we try to help these people out. So what happens is that the most of the, I would say, people, to be honest, I kind of like even clear, like my friends list has kind of changed. As Queen, since you know, listen, I have a lot of white people that just come on my page and be like, man, we love what the hell you doing. I'd be like, where the hell these people come from? But at the end of the day, the message and what I'm doing and what we do as a people, we are reaching the people. And I still say that it's nationalism because I am helping my people. If you say you Pan-African, right? Marcus Garvey said race first. He didn't say race only. He said race first. So I put my race first. I am unapologetically black in front of anybody, whether it's a white person, a brown person, whatever. They know that I'm unapologetically black. I don't have to shuck and jive, and I don't have to change my message. But the thing is, I'm out there, and I want the people to – my goal is to bring out the human potential in the young children, in the women, the men, anybody who I come in contact with. I want to make them better people. And I want them to say, you know what, I'm a better person because of Shakem. That's what I want to see. So
I will say one thing. I think that a lot of times there's a there's a disconnect as far as like social media. Like I think sometimes people, because it works in the community that they are in, they extrapolate that mentally that it should work in every community.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't. You know, there's different nuances to every different, like Detroit, I'm sure is totally different than Charleston, South Carolina. You know, so some of the things that the way you move in Detroit may have to be a little different than how you do in South. And I think that sometimes is the problem. Right. The other thing is like the titles.
Right.
Like the average cat like me.
Yes.
Like I don't really care about like I'll ask the ideological question because I know some members of our audience want to know. But me personally, I'm results oriented. What'd you do? You know, like the white boy thing, I was like, when I first we gonna interview him, I'm thinking, okay, this gonna be like explosive, like because I ain't like that shit. You know, I ain't gonna, dude, I don't know, but then, listening to all the other shit that you've actually done, I won't say that I agree with what you did with the white boy, but it becomes less relevant to me.
Right. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Let me say something. Let me say something right there. And you know what?
I don't see the separation. I don't see the point of any of that. You know, whether it was intentional, or not. Because I don't see any separation.
Because you're not looking at what. See, you got to put yourself. You have to understand what I was trying to do and what I accomplished. See, because you're going in a direction that I had no intentions on going. My goal wasn't to separate the races. That wasn't my goal. My goal to change the narrative because we were becoming too upset. Listen, we had an election 2 weeks away. My man Marvin Pendarvis, who won the election, the brother's my attorney, one of my good friends. His election was 2 weeks away so he could win the House of Representatives seat. His election was 2 weeks away. Do you know if we would have continued to allow that fool, hey, what's up? If we would have continued to allow that foolishness with Antifa and a lot of these other groups to prevail, we could have lost momentum and we could have lost steam, and that would have took away from the message that we had. Sometimes as a leader, right, one thing I learned as a leader, sometimes you got to make tough decisions. You got to make tough decisions, and you got to live with it. And I believe that when I sat down and I thought about it, I said, you know what? I was in my bed before I did it. I said to myself, and the 48 laws of power, and I'm a go here, right? I'm going to go here, and I want you to kind of follow me. Don't knock me. I just want you to think what's going on in my head. I think it's in the 33 Strategies of War, and they were talking about one of the chapters is dedicated to being able to create a diversion. And in being able to create a diversion, they say you have to actually, they talk about creating a spectacle. Now, I'm a graphic designer, and a lot of people who are in graphic design, you understand that contrasting or polarizing images bring attention. And when I went to graphics design school, one of my teachers said, listen, when you put out a flyer, you have 3 to 5 seconds. You only capture somebody's attention for 3 to 5 seconds. So whatever it is in that flyer has to grab that person immediately to get them to stop. So now the thing is, whether you agreed what I did or whether you disagreed with what I did, guess what? You stopped to listen. You stopped to listen. You saw a black dude. You saw a black dude with a flag, and you saw a white dude with a flag, and you said, "Oh my God, what is this?" You clicked on the story, you read the story, and you stopped because you were intrigued. That was my whole mission. I meant to do that. I had to paint a picture like Picasso for you to actually see. And after you notice, you paint pictures too. I had to paint a picture that was so vivid that would get the person who looked at it to stop and say, "Oh my God, what is going on?" And they stop and they click. That was my intention. And once I got your attention, I got you to read what was going on. Listen, like I said, whether you agreed or you didn't agree, my main objective was to get you to stop, look, and listen to hear what I had to say. Locally, I was able to take the steam out of the opposition and bring it back home. So my intention wasn't to create 2 separate spaces or races or whatever. That's over with. Like, I just needed that one little second to get your thoughts onto what I was doing and to get you to see what I was doing, and it was over with. That's all I needed to do.
I get the political stunt, and I get the purpose of that, and you're absolutely right. It is a major part in the art of war. That's not my intention. with you. You know, I'm trying not to bring it back to that one event. I didn't see the answers. I didn't see that event at all. So I'm not trying to make it about that. I'm making it about the whole scheme, the whole grand scheme of things. I think maybe, and it may just be me. Maybe I'm speaking too broadly. I'm completely confused by your platform. You know, it's not a separation. I get what you just said. So you're not for separation at all. You told me once that you're not an integration. So you just fit to be more of a socialist. And I think once I can get my head wrapped around that, I think I can get what it is that you're doing. It's just that for me personally.
Okay, before you continue to build, King, I need to let the people know that they are tuned in to My Skin Is My Sin on MBK Live. The number is 347-855-8692. Please do not forget to check us out Saturday, September 9th for the Blackathon. We got the schedule out already. We started off at 7 o'clock in the morning. We got Thought Crimes. We got Sonia Burkett. We got the Shabaka Sankore. I knew I was going to kill his name. We got Psychopath. We got Brick the Foundation. We got the Dagger Squad, Do the Knowledge Radio, Renee Black, and Jay Dizzle. We got Six Dynasty, and then at 5:30 in the morning, Sunday morning to 7 o'clock. My Skin Is My Sin closes it down. And shout out to MBK, who has, given up 24 hours of his life to produce everything, everybody's show. You know, all we got to do is send him the link, and this brother is going to stay up for the whole day and do it himself. So salute to that, King. Could not be doing it without you, bruh. Definitely much appreciated. Please subscribe to the channel. If you see a post, share the post. And salute to everybody that's involved. And don't forget to check out the website, myskinismysin.com. And I'm sure I'm forgetting something. But I think, Queen, with you, it's like you more into what label he is and I think I'm more into what did you do. So call yourself whatever the hell you could call yourself like a pink elephant to me. But if you put in work for the community,
it's not the
that
label.
works for me.
It's not the label. I'm just gonna be honest with Shakem. I'm not sure about whether I like. I'm not sure about whether I like Shakem or not. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm
okay.
All right. Let's go. Y'all know I'm honest. I'm gonna tell you why. I like what you do locally. I do. I like what you do locally. But I feel like every time I see you have a back and forth with someone, it's always what they're doing that doesn't mirror what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's always a downplay on what they're doing. And so I'm always trying to figure out, what exactly is it that you're trying to do? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not taking away from what you do locally at all, but I don't get how you take away from what other people do. Because it's like Job said, just because what works in your local area is not going to make the same mistake in another area. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I always run into that when I see your communication with people, and that's what's always so off-putting.
Yeah, you know what? And that's one of the things I got to work on, right? I think being able to keep my ego in check is something that's a big area of opportunity for me. It's something that I've struggled with, and I've struggled with keeping my ego in check because early on when I started off in activism, I would engage in a lot of back and forth. See, and I think that's what hurts us. And that's what hurt me because and by me engaging in a lot of back and forth, that's like the other day, the brother said, Shakem, you threatening a woman. So I said, I'm threatening a woman. I said, okay, you get this woman, you tell her to post what I did, and if you can show that I threatened a woman, I will donate $1,000 from my organization to any nonprofit organization of her liking that deals with criminal domestic violence. somebody inboxed me and said, Shakem, that's egotistical and that's arrogant. He said, and then how you gonna get your board of directors to agree to donate $1,000 out of the money? I said, well, hell, I mean, I do the fundraising. We do, so so that's something in me that I guess I'm gonna have to sit down and I'm gonna deal with, and I got to continue to deal with it, and that's why I like people around me who having an ego is not the difficulty, but having an unchecked ego is the difficulty.
Yes.
And I think for a while, I had an unchecked ego, and I think that's kind of like still one of my areas of opportunity where I need to humble myself and I need to listen. And that's why I started listening. People even get mad when I start listening. Sometimes, oh, you shouldn't even listen to this person. But it's a part of my growth and development, and I think that's my next step is being able to, have humility and be able to, accept criticism, and any sort of criticism, whether I agree with it or not. Because I tend to accept the criticism that I want to accept. I have a problem accepting the criticism that I don't want to accept.
That's some real shit right there.
As a leader. That's my weakness as a leader.
That takes a big man to see that and admit that. So I appreciate that because I never want to be hard to do it all.
I don't know why the wind keeps jumping off when you start talking, Aki.
I don't know. Maybe they just want me to shut up. I should just be quiet. I should just shut up and listen.
I think we. I don't know. And hopefully.
So I got a question.
That's the answer.
So
that's the ancestor speaking through him.
Right. So what's next for Shakem? What's going on in the next 4 weeks?
Well, the next 4 weeks, I plan on actually, what I'm doing now is putting together an incentive for some of the Title I failing schools in the areas. What we want to do is come together and assist some of the staff and the teachers. So what we plan on doing is providing rewards for classrooms that overachieve or they meet a certain specific goal. So we want to start rewarding hard work. So I've been talking with some teachers over the past couple of weeks. They are what we want to do is like just say a class has a class has a math test or a language test or a history test or whatever it is. If the teacher sees that the class is excelling, then what we're gonna do, we're gonna come in, sponsor like pizza parties, ice cream parties, class field trips. I just had somebody, a lady from the Children's Museum. She donated some free tickets to the Children's Museum. So we want the children who are, like I said, overachieving and excelling. We want to reward them for their hard work and their dedication. So that's what we want to do. I'm trying to get some people on board so we can sponsor classrooms and help try to drive. But we want to help try to drive performance in the classroom. So that's on my immediate agenda right now.
And you know what, man? When you get it together, man, and I hate to cut you off, but we came up with a game called the Conscious Olympics. And it's basically, for lack of a better term, it's Jeopardy for black folks. It would be dope, and we play once a month, just live for free. Anybody that plays can win $100. But it would be dope, we could actually like Skype in a couple of your kids against a couple of kids from a totally different city. That would be pretty dope.
Oh man, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, we're gonna have to somehow figure that out. And I know MBK, you tuned in and probably already got it figured out in your mind on how to do it. So when y'all ready, and actually I think I know somebody in Houston with a couple of kids, and I can't remember the brother's name, but I know he on my friends list. But we got, matter of fact, Q Butter got some kids too. Yeah, we definitely got some schools. That would be pretty cool. And I'm sorry, that's totally off topic. I couldn't do that sometime.
Wait, no. I don't have any kids, John. That's not gonna work for me. It's not gonna work. I'm tired of talking about
that'd be wonderful. And as a matter of fact, I can even help sponsor. I got to stop saying I because somebody told me I say I too much. So we can start. You know, we can sponsor some children if somebody doesn't have anything. We can help and put together a prize or something. So that's something we can do also.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to keep in touch on that one.
Yeah.
So we got over the mistakes, we got over the redemption part, we got over the, you know, you still and I'm not saying it to be offensive because I too am a recovering asshole. So it sounds like you're still in recovery. You know, you working on it. You know, stay strong, bruh. Black Power, I'm with you because I'm an asshole too. You know.
Word.
What's the greatest success? What's the one thing that was just like, wow, like this is what I've been looking for.
Mm-hmm. Man, listen. Listen. Do you know what was? And this might seem remedial, but one of the greatest feelings that I had, and one of the greatest, and this is crazy. One of the greatest feelings that I had, and man, I don't even. This is crazy. But listen, when I went through after the Keith Scott shooting, and we went through and just ransacked uptown Charlotte, and just the police was everywhere, dudes was looting, had the bullhorn, everybody was cutting up. Listen, that right there seemed like one of the most energizing feelings that I ever, like it felt like I was on cloud nine with every ancestor behind me, and just moving through there, just destroying the city, screaming Black Power, and just having helicopters shine light. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm sorry for going back, but I'm gonna say something. You know what? I can't stand, right? Every time a black brother like me, every time I try, I do something like out of the ordinary like that, it's always people who attack me, and I'm sitting here trying to fight the power structures, and I got people like Tariq Nasheed going to make a video. Oh man, this nigga's an agent. He led the people down to uptown Charlotte so the police could sabotage them, and they brought the National Guard out, and Shakem is out there, and man, you got to watch these agents, man. They lead the people, and I'm like, listen, man, a brother, if I'm trying to attack a system of police brutality, and we know and understand. Listen, I grew up with Keith Scott and his brother Dwayne Scott. See, this is what people didn't know. You know what I'm saying? They was just like, oh man, Shakem was in Charlotte. He from Charleston, he in Charlotte, and he down there in a riot with a bullhorn causing trouble, and dudes looting and all that other stuff, and they out there in the streets. Man, this dude is crazy. The dude is an agent. The dude. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, people don't understand that the brother Keith Scott in Charlotte got killed. The dude is from Charleston. His brother's from Charleston. That's my main man. On my page now, Dwayne Scott. We all grew up together. My little brother stays in Charlotte. He's one of the hottest studio producers in Charlotte. My little brother, DJ Chuck C. Listen, people don't understand that, I'm an average, everyday dude on the street. I'm the average, I'm the average guy, man. Like I came up just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a mysterious spook that nobody knows about, that nobody can't find, or nobody can. People just have. Right. And it's sad that, anytime I make a jump out there and a bold move and fight white supremacy, I got a bunch of dudes behind me. Oh man, just talking to, and I'm like, what is wrong? Like, what? Sometimes, man, I have gotten discouraged so many times. Though, bro. Yeah, it comes with. Oh yeah, it does. It does. And I had to learn that the hard way because I didn't accept that at first. At first I didn't accept that came with the territory. Mm-hmm. I couldn't accept that. Like I said, I was too hard-headed and too arrogant to understand that comes with the territory. So my thing was, if a dude says something about me, guess what I'm doing? I'm making a response video. You know what I'm saying? So dude come and talk trash to me. Guess what? I'm talking trash back. Then he talk trash back. I'm talking trash back. You know what I'm saying? Then it turned into a big old, how they say, a pissing contest. I had to learn that, you know what? Yeah, I had to learn, you know what? If somebody says something about you, don't respond. Or you respond a little bit, and then you just leave it alone, and you keep going. But that's one of the. But you know, overall, I just think my whole life coming out of prison has been nothing but an accomplishment. And there's more to it. I love the way that people have allowed me to grow and have given me advice. I love the people who still, you know, come at me because it all makes me a better person. You know, so, you know, I'm learning how to deal with adversity. I'm learning how to deal with criticism. I'm learning how to deal with, you know, pushback. You know, I'm learning how to embrace, you know, criticism. So all it's doing is just helping to mold me into a better person. And I think that's one of the greatest accomplishments is me being able to, I would say, internalize everything and understand where I need to go.
And you know what? Just me personally, I learned like the less characters I actually type out, the more it pisses people off that's already pissed off at me. Like they type like a dissertation, and I'll be like, okay, and they just really get pissed off there. You know, so that it's like I handle it just a little bit different instead of just getting off into it with somebody. Okay, you know. Like, and that's my way of saying, you know, I'm kind of done with it, and just to kind of needle you a little bit, I'm gonna be a little petty.
Right.
Still working on that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, what's Charleston like, bro? Like I've never, you know, like that in my mind coming from up north is you know it's down south, you know, and the stereotypes that I've been programmed to have about people down south.
Charleston is one of the most, I would say, historically rich places in this whole country. I mean, we're in the heart of the Gullah Geechee corridor. So, you know, all of the Gullah roots and the Gullah culture and the Gullah language and the Gullah, you know, the drums and everything. I mean, the city is just filled with nothing but the Gullah Geechee heritage. Like, I mean, we have like African burial grounds. I mean, we got the slave markets. We got the dungeons. I mean, we got like if you could just come down here and bask in the plight of your ancestors. I mean, you know, you got Mother Emanuel, that was Denmark Vesey Church. Then you got the hanging tree right up the street where Denmark Vesey them got hung. You got the Citadel College where they used to watch Denmark Vesey and the slaves at. Man, it's just so much in this area. But a lot of brothers and sisters don't even know about it. They just lost, you know what I'm saying? Dudes just lost. But if there was one place in the United States for, you know, we got the Yoruba village, you know what I'm saying? Further up, about 30, 45 minutes away, we got the Yoruba village. I'm right here on the beach. I'm like 10 minutes from the beach. So, you know, we have, like, and you know, like they say, well, like 40 or 50% of the slaves that came through the port of Charleston. So, I mean, it's so, if you ever wanted to just come somewhere and just, you know, just feel the spirit of your ancestors, this is the place to come. I could take you on a,
We have a question from a listener that they'd like to ask you about that topic. This question is from Confidence Eze Okeke. I hope I pronounced that properly.
I'm rubbing off on you.
Can you speak on the Gullah Geechee Nation government? He's thinking there should be more Gullah Geechee Nation unions and fraternities that operate under the GGN government.
And you're right now. See, the Gullah Geechee language, it could disappear. You know what I'm saying? It could disappear. Because a lot of people don't understand what Gullah Geechee is. And if he ain't trying to understand what he is, he can fall off. You know what I'm saying? So it's when you start talking about the Gullah Geechee history, it should be more. We should I would say rally around that more. We should try to understand it more. We should embrace it more. But one of the reasons why the Gullah Geechee history is slowly disappearing is because in the public school system, when children talk Geechee, I talk Geechee when I get mad. But my cousin, my cousin, boy, look out, boy, I tired of you, and you ain't gonna get out my face. She Geechee, that's her. She's Geechee. My family is really Geechee. You listen, he'd be like, what the hell? We have been taught that Geechee and that history is ignorant. So what they're getting on, when people speak with the Gullah tongue, a lot of time they try to correct them. You know, they stop. Like instead of saying isn't it, we say in it. Like in it though. You know, in it though, and that means isn't it? You know, and they be like, no, don't say that. And I think what it's doing is it's detaching us away from who we are as a people, and our land is being. Listen, we had it was like 2 months ago. We had a big old discussion about them clearing off the land. So this is what's happening, and I explained this to a brother a while back. This is what's happening. So the Gullah land, all the Gullah Geechee corridor, all through Charleston, Beaufort, all this area, the developers are trying to buy the land because the land is on the islands, so it's prime real estate. So what's happening is when the older people are dying off and they leave in the land, the children who inherit the land, a lot of them don't live in Charleston. So these developers are coming in and they're buying up the land and they're offering the children $1 million, $2 million, and the children are selling the land, and the developers come in and they buy and they build golf courses, they build condos, they're building these big boating docks. So it's almost like it's destroying our culture and our land. So we've been fighting for it for so long, but the sad part about it is we can't get the young people to stop selling the land to the developers. We can't. And it's killing us. We have moratoriums on this all the time. We always have more, but at the end of the day, nobody can stop a developer from coming in and buying the land when somebody dies from their children.
Right.
They just don't. Yeah, they don't understand the significance of it.
And that's the same thing we're going through now with the historical parts of Houston that are black-owned. We're having issues now with these homes that have been owned for over 100 years by black families, and now we have younger generations that own the homes have been passed down to them that are going to want to sell to developers. So we have a possibility of the beginning of gentrification in areas that have historically always been black around here. But we have another question from someone in the feed on NBK Live. I am she, and she is I. Would like you to repeat the name of your organization.
Asafo Community Development Association.
Okay. I'll type it in the feed for anyone.
Right.
I'm sorry. Say it for me one more time.
Asafo Community Development Association.
Okay.
All right, and I got a question too from Lisa Jenkins on one of the posts on Facebook. How can we incorporate all of our information?
How can we incorporate all of our information?
Yeah, that's a big ass question right there.
Wow! Whoa! How can we incorporate?
Good luck with that one, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess just get up and do it, right? Hey, listen. Hey, and I'm gonna trip y'all. And this is back to Shakem was arrogant. But you know what? A lot of people, when I first started off, everybody would say, "Listen, why are you the only one in pictures?" I would be the only one, and the reason why is because I didn't wait on anybody to do what I started to do. When I wanted to do something, listen, if I wanted to go out and feed the community, I would go and just buy some hamburgers, hot dogs, buns, just get some people to donate. I just take a grill out there and just go start feeding people and get a grill. And like I would do it by myself. And then the more and more people started seeing what I was doing, then they said, you know what, I want to join on. So, you know, it was a process of me just stepping out on faith and say, listen, this is what I want to do. You know, this is what I am going to do. And when people started joining, then it started to come together and come together. So how you going to incorporate the information? I guess start with you, jump out on your own, do it. And when people see your vision and they see where you want to go, then people are going to, who have the same vision that you have, they're going to join on. And then you just grow into it.
All right. And global African tribalism for self-government and the MBK live chat got actually, let me see, that's like 72 questions. No, I'm just joking with you. What about going back to Africa, establishing a Gullah state, or asking them for financial trade to help develop the community? Since there's a Gullah Geechee government, we can talk directly. And I missed something. I think he put two things. We'll work on that one for right now. I guess there was a part 2 to that one that I'm just not seeing, so my bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. So repeat that again. What did you say about the Gullah Geechee Nation?
What about going back to Africa, or establishing a Gullah state, or asking them for financial trade to help develop the community? Since there's a Gullah Geechee government, we can talk directly to.
Specifically with help from the Igbo and Yoruba unions over in Africa. That's the complete question.
You know what? That's a great idea. And I think one of our okay, let me see how I'm gonna put this. This is kinda ugly here. Okay. I love Queen Ket from the Gullah Geechee Nation. That is my sister. I love her. I think she's awesome. I think she's the epitome of the Gullah Geechee heritage here in this city. Queen Ket, she is the diplomat for the Gullah Geechee Nation. Mm-hmm. Now, I think. Okay, so now I'm going to really confuse Queen. Because now I'm going back to this separatist stuff. You know what I'm saying? She don't know if I'm an integrationist, separatist, communalist, communist, or what. So I'm really about to throw her off. I think the Gullah Geechee Nation here in this city, I think they rely too much on alliances with Europeans. They rely on it too much. I think we can be more effective independently. To say we can't, get funding from other sources, but we can't rely on it. And I think the Gullah Geechee Nation here, we're shooting ourselves in the foot almost, because in a certain sense we have to rely on them. Like, so when you start talking about funding, we got to be mindful of where we get funding from, and it has to be a clear expectation, because because to be honest, the black people here, you ain't gonna get too much funding from these people here. You ain't. I mean, she has reached out to African diplomats before, but nobody has really, came and just kind of, I would say, given the finances that we need to actually do something. So it's kind of put her in an awkward position to where,
damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. And it's an ugly situation.
But see, that kind of goes back to that interview you did, because most people that saw you for the first time, that is what they saw. So their impression is that you would be doing the same thing that she is, even though that's completely untrue. They're gonna link you to him,
right,
and look at you in the same vein as you were describing her.
Yeah, but see, I ain't asking them for some money, but I understand what you're saying. That visual does it. You know what I'm saying? That visual does it. And peace to the brother, man. Me and the brother got into an argument, man. Barry King, man. If that brother's listening, man, peace to the brother. He's, the number one troll on Facebook, but that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Barry King Jr. That's the number one troll on Facebook, but that's my brother, and I love that brother. But you know what? Me and him got into, and I think Queen was in there too, throwing the gas on the fire. But somebody asked me about working with white people.
Oh man, like the bass just dropped on your phone right there.
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, we can't hear anything you're saying, bro. It's like you got 20s in the trunk.
Okay, you hear me now?
No,
we can hear you, but it's like you
not
blah,
clear.
blah, blah. You must have put your headphones on.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty bad. It's like when people try to when you try to talk underwater.
You can hear me now? When you talk in front of the fan.
No, yeah, it does sound like that.
No,
it still sounds the same,
take your headpiece out. Take the Bluetooth out.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute you and unmute you real quick just to see if that resolves it.
Yeah, we need to get this resolved because I want to hear what he's about to say about this day. I remember this day. I remember this conversation clearly.
Oh my goodness. Man,
no, not really.
I don't know. I'll be to stick the ancestors on your phone, bruh. No, man, I'm not sure what's going on, bruh, but it just was.
You think maybe we can get him to hang up and call back?
Yeah. Hang up and call right back because we got like about 10 minutes left.
Okay.
All right. And my apologies for that, fam. And while he's doing that, I want to make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, please. MBK Live. After you do that, go over to My Skin Is My Sin on YouTube and subscribe to that channel too. Spread the love around, fam. And if you see a post about the show, share the post. Don't forget, we got the Blackathon coming September 9th on the new Black Knowledge channel. We're getting pushed up to the big time for September 9th. So shout out to MBK for all the work he put in and will be putting in. And let me get Shakem right back on the line right quick. All right, now hopefully that's resolved. What's good, fam?
Yeah, you can hear me better?
You good now?
You hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, you were talking to the fan right there, bro.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I had a big old disagreement, and it all started because I think somebody asked me, about my organization and how our organization and do we work with white people, and I told the brother, I said, listen, and this they started calling me integrationist, and you know how it goes. They done said call me the police and an agent. Oh, I said, God damn, what in the world? Okay, so yeah, man, the sister called me. I said, damn, I don't know what this. I said, man, okay. So this is my thing. I told the brother, I said, listen, I said, yes, there are instances that we do deal with white people, but we understand that it is only for one specific cause. He asked for an example. I said, okay, last year there's an area in North Charleston called Dorchester Wayland, and it's an all-black neighborhood. They needed a sidewalk. So, of course, we don't have $500,000 to put a sidewalk in the community. So what we did is when I went to city council, I got with the city councilwoman. We started, talking about the sidewalk and what the community needed. And there was a company, a concrete company, a white guy who owned that. And we all sat down and we talked to him. And we got it to where the city was able to give the funding to the contractor so he can build a sidewalk. So we I mean, the council person was a white boy, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, at the end of the day, I had to go to him to put pressure on him to get the sidewalk from the school down the road. I had to. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, the community, they don't care. They don't care if I went to the city councilman and blasted him to get the sidewalk. They're happy because they see that some brothers and sisters went on their behalf to pressure the city to get them a sidewalk because their children got to play in the street.
And you know the crazy part about that is that the same motherfuckers that would say that don't have no problem paying the white man for a service.
Yeah, wait. Now,
don't say that.
Wait, but Shakem just cleaned that whole story up because that's not how. Shakem, your post was antagonistic. Your post was that that pro-black people aren't doing anything because they can't get stuff in their community done without having to go to white people. That's why Barry got on your post and said what he said. That's why I got on your post. So let's not sugarcoat it. You didn't say for particular things. You told me directly that we can't do anything without white people, and that's what the
brother told you. That's what the one brother told you. No, the one brother told you. I didn't tell you that.
No, I was talking to you. I was talking to you. That's why I called you integrationist. I was talking to you. Like prime example, like right now in Houston. See y'all both giggling, but y'all can't know I'm serious as shit right now. Like right now,
I know you are, Queen.
After this hurricane, we have not seen one Red Cross vehicle, not one national or local organization ran by white folks and communities. You know who's out here laying concrete? Black people. You know where the concrete came from? Black-owned concrete companies, black-owned contractors. They're building houses. They're tearing out sheetrock. They're putting the same shit that's going to happen in your neighborhood. Black people. You don't see a white person in sight.
Queen, what you got to realize, though, Queen, is that, like, you're in the fourth biggest city in the country. So you're going to have, y'all got access to black-owned, machinists or black-owned cement layers. So it may not be the same in Charleston.
He can't make general statements. Shakem, and look, word is bond. Shakem told me we can't do anything without white people, and I'm telling him
no. Yes,
no,
Shakem. I didn't. No, listen. I'm gonna prove it to you.
Shakem, you done unblock me now, baby. You done unblock me now, baby. We got the inbox. We can screenshot inboxes. You done unblock me now.
No, we're not gonna go through the screenshot thing.
No, she's just tripping.
I'm just saying, listen, like I'm not gonna lie. The man is on the line.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
No, you're not lying. But remember now, you screenshotted the brother who said that, and you went in. See, I didn't say that. I'm not going to say the brother's name because he's a good brother, and I think it kind of went left. But you screenshotted the brother and put it out there because the brother said that. Now, he could have used trust. Oh, what's going on, fam? You all right?
I forgot you stay around here.
Yeah, stay around here.
Yeah, I'm about to move around here, man.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me ask you this, though, Afi.
Okay.
So
we're going to get up, man. I'm a cat. All right. Sorry about that. I'm walking in my neighborhood.
Oh, you all right, bro. But let me ask you this though, Afi. Like even so, did those brothers or sisters, whoever owned that cement company, they did it themselves? Where they get the cement from? Where they get the truck from?
Okay, right. Okay, no. Look, you have an excellent point, but the rabbit hole goes far beyond deeper than just an established company. It's like me, for example. Somebody once asked me, why don't I have only black art company? First of all, I'm not offering a cultural service. So just like I have to give white people my money to keep my lights on, and I shop at a white grocery store, when I can't get what I get from my local black grocers, I give my money to white people. So there's no way I'm not taking white people's money because I'm not selling a cultural item. But and then he said, well, how come you don't buy black-owned art supplies? Well, there's no black-owned company that makes art supplies. I can shop at a black-owned art store all day, but I have yet to find a black company that manufactures paintbrushes. He said, okay, so you buy supplies made by white people. I said, okay, where do you think these trees get cut down at? Where do you think the metal that goes into the ends of the paintbrushes gets mined at? You actually think that none of these natural resources that go into these finished products come from black-owned land, Africa, somewhere where black people habitate? Seriously?
I mean, but if you want to look at it from the technical aspect of the statement of we can't do anything without white people.
That's my whole point, though.
At some point in that supply line chain, it's some white folks with their hand in the pocket of everything.
Not in every situation. So to give a finite statement like that is utterly ridiculous to me, because it's not going to be every statement.
But
it's right.
You can't name one situation in this country that you can purchase or do that ain't got the white man hand in that pocket. Tell me. I'm waiting.
You can't tell me I can't make an apple pie without a white man when I can go to a black-owned farm and I can get apples and I can go and I can get.
Yeah, and you know what? That farmer is paying taxes to the white man.
Mm-hmm. But that's because we're in this country where nothing we actually own anymore. But that doesn't mean that no one can get anything without a white man in it. It was just a finite statement.
I agree. But technically, if you go down to, if you look at the technical aspect of just that statement, it's true.
Shakem should just say that nothing that he is trying to accomplish can get done solely by the black people that is going to benefit. That would have been a far more politically correct statement for him to make. Because I'm not the only person that he infuriated with that post. I'm not. And he knows.
But what kills me about the politically correct shit is that the same people will post a gazillion times about how Jesus ain't shit and he's a fictitious imagination and some pie-in-the-sky pipe dream, which may or may not be true. I don't subscribe to it, or I don't care. But it be the same people that will post shit that they know is offensive to other people, and then complain that somebody else posted some shit that's offensive to other people.
No, wait. Shakem is a political activist making statements about political topics. That's why I said he made a politically incorrect statement. I'm not talking about just any random person. I'm talking about Shakem specifically. Like, if that's what you're going to be known for, if that's what you're going to do, if that's what you wake up and you do every day, and I'm telling you, I think that you are excellent. But from an outsider looking in, if you want to know why you get so much flack, that's why. It's because of things like that. You low-key troll. You do. You low-key troll.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I did, and like I said, that was something I had to get under control. I mean, I did. I did. I really. I mean, I got caught up in a lot of the, beef and back and forth, and I used to get it a lot, and I see somebody get an attack, I jump in and give my 2 cents. But I kind of got away with all that. And the reason why, I'm going to tell you this, the reason why I had to leave a lot of that stuff alone is the more and more I would go in the community, I have people on my friends list who, they would look at me like I'm crazy, like, what is this you doing? Like, my mama would be like, what is this? I got my daughter on my Facebook page. I got teachers who, I come to their classroom. You know what I'm saying? I got like public officials on my page. Like, I have so many variety of people. I got like so many variety of people that I can't afford to give too much in the BS lane, because I have people looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, so I can't,
And just real quick, technically the show ends in like 1 minute, so I'm not sure if we'll be cut off. If you are tuned in, stay tuned in and you can hear. If not, you can catch the replay. I'm not sure. Y'all let me know in the live chat on MBK Live. Shout out to Delia Briggs. Shout out to I Am She Is. Shout out to MBK Live. Shout out to everybody that's there. And definitely want to, before it officially cuts off, I want to say salute to the brother Shakem for your honesty and your wisdom, man. Like, this was a very dope interview, bro. And I'm not saying get off the phone. I'm just saying that some people may not be able to hear thereafter.
Yeah.
And can I give a shout out?
Go ahead.
I want to give a shout out to the YouTube watchers for being so interactive, and you see they love me. So I just want to give a shout out.
Well, who doesn't love you, Afi?
I know what Shakem doesn't. I want to give a shout out to everyone who watched, and questions, and we're interactive, and you guys are awesome, and we appreciate you guys tuning in. And Shakem, I appreciate you because you could easily, ignored my request. So I appreciate you, putting our little, scrap aside for the sake of clarity, for people who are interested in the situation that happened with you. So I appreciate you for accepting the invitation and coming on.
Right.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I find myself doing things that are extremely controversial. I just sometimes find myself in these situations a lot. So I try to act with wisdom, and like I said, man, I as leaders, man, sometimes you just got to take that step back and say, you know what, I'm gonna jump out there and do it. Now, don't get it twisted. Now, I was holding my breath for a couple of days and looking like, oh Lord, what's gonna happen with this? So I mean, I was kind of, I didn't do it. I kind of, like I said, I could count on my hand who was gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? I knew Tariq Nasheed was gonna blow up. I already knew that. Anytime I do something, he's right there behind me. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to just call the dude one day and say, man, listen, man.
Yeah, man, y'all got to, you know what, if y'all can't have a phone conversation, y'all just got to go to y'all respective corners, because I think both of y'all do.
Matter of fact, how about this?
Some great stuff.
How about this? How about you tell him to come on this show, and y'all both will be treated with respect, and we can hash it out. But I will also say, man, like low key, you kind of benefit from it.
I do.
Yeah.
But see, I do.
Yeah.
You know what? And you know what? I didn't want to say that because sometimes I don't like to put all the cards on the table. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you what makes me laugh. Times he comes and he be like, oh man, Shakem, man, that old fat nigga, man, fuck Shakem, man, that old bitch ass nigga. He go on him, man, old crispy, man, oh man, fuck that nigga, man. Oh man, this dude will go off on me like crazy. See, I told you that fat nigga was an agent. I told you, see, there you go right there. This dude will go on and on and on and on and on. And listen, I swear, I know when this dude goes off on me. The reason how I know is because for some odd reason, I might wake up in the morning and I might have like 50 or 60 friend requests just sitting in my inbox. So I know what he does is he's the type, what he's gonna do, he's gonna pique people's interest. So they be like, oh man, who's this dude he going off on? So when they go on my page, they be like, damn, dude seems like he half-ass all right. You know what I'm saying? Like he all right. So and he has like a track record of calling people agent and crispy and coon and all that. So they go, yeah, man. But I be like, damn, like. Listen, man, I was so mad.
You know what? I will say, when I see someone that got something negative to say about you, I do hate the fact they want to go in and try to attack you, with physical insults. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anyone can possibly call themselves, an actual leader, or a righteous brother behaving that way. I don't know why we got to get, so ratchet so quickly when we have something to say about somebody that we don't like, instead of keeping it, like an adult. So, I see that sometimes. I don't know how you take it. I mean,
that's what I was about to ask. Like, so you sitting at home and you scrolling through YouTube. I know you just be like, okay, let me see what this motherfucker got to say today. Like, and then you hear the Crispies and the Coons and the like, what you thinking?
Listen. Man, I used to get mad, but now, man, I just laugh, man. I laugh, man, because it's like, I don't know, man. Listen, man, the dude he will go off nonstop. Man, fuck that. The nigga tried to sabotage the election. Okay, I understand he was mad. We tried to sabotage his election. Okay, I get it. Okay, Tariq, we tried to sabotage your lecture, brother. But he got to understand, we didn't just try to sabotage his lecture for no reason. We was going to damn sabotage, and not really even sabotage. The sister just wanted to question him. You know what I'm saying? Or why he made a whole hour-long YouTube video calling her an agent. like I said, so I mean, it wasn't like we just woke up and was like, yeah, man, we're gonna sabotage Tariq Nasheed. We didn't do. Hey, peace, how you doing? We didn't do that. So he has to understand also in the grand scheme of things. Like you can't talk trash about people and then go to the city that they live in and then expect them not to say nothing to you or confront you. And you can't do that. And then he was like, see, and that's why I take a bunch of bodyguards to my lectures now, because that old fat nigga Shakem, you know what I'm saying? They tried to sabotage my lecture, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, he just goes on and on about how we tried to sabotage his lecture, and all these niggas is an Asian, and I just be like, man. And I'm telling you, I came home one night after the first night of the riots when we was in Charlotte. I came back and somebody hit me up. They was like, man, Tariq Nasheed had you, man, on the show, man. He was talking trash. So normally I don't watch it, but somebody sent me the link. So I click on it. I said, oh, Lord. Here he go. Yeah, see, and Shakem, this is what he did. The people who wanted to riot, the people who wanted to protest, they wanted to go down to the police station. But see, that old fat nigga Shakem, that agent, she took everybody down to the epicenter, and then that's when they started rioting. And he did that strategically, so when the National Guard came out, then he could have everybody at the epicenter to where the National Guard start locking everybody up. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up, Tariq. What the fuck is this dude even talking about, man? Motherfuckers just. Then I had to post a video to where we were standing out in Vermeer Bearden Park right before we started the riot, and we were just talking, and then somebody said, then it was a guy or a girl, they said, matter of fact, I might tag you in it so you can see it. And then the dude said, hey, man, somebody just got shot at the epicenter downtown Charlotte. Somebody got shot. And we just rolled out and went downtown, and then everybody just started rioting and all that. And I was, but shit, I didn't tell everybody to. I don't know, man. He just.
Yeah. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that believe that. Though I was telling, like before the show, I was telling, one of my little tenders to tune into the show, and I was telling him about Shakem. So I was telling him, I said, the brother Shakem, and that's the first thing he said. Oh, the guy with Tariq Nasheed, he had the lady come to the protesters, and I was like, look, I don't know about all that. I just know Shakem. So you can tune in and text me if you got a question, and I'll ask him your question. But he didn't ask the question. So shout out to him.
I might have answered. I don't know, man. One day, man. One day, I might call in this show, man, and be like, man, listen, man, stop crying, man. Okay, man. We your lecture was sabotage, whatever, man. The dude, I'm not tripping, man. It was all like I said. I feel like we shouldn't even be having conversation about fighting each other. We should be trying to fight the enemy. But the sister, man, to be honest, I'm going to be 100% honest. The sister wanted to confront him. The dude got up. He did the first half of the lecture. The girl comes in, so Love comes in. She walks in the door. I knew she was coming. We all knew she was coming. Ain't no secret. She comes in. She stands by the wall. She starts looking. She got on a cowgirl outfit and something just totally off the wall. So he spotted her immediately. And then he said, y'all, hold on. I'll be back. I'm gonna take a quick 10-minute break, and we'll be back. Yeah, that's what I got it. Listen, I got it all on camera. It was all recorded.
Wait, he never came back though.
Okay, this is what happened. I tag you in the video just so you know I'm not lying. They come out. The police says, "Hey man, tell that girl right here she got to leave." So they were like, "Yo, why the girl got to leave?" Then she was like, "I'm paying $50 to get in here. Why I gotta go? Why I gotta go? I gotta leave." They were like, "Man, listen, man. Tariq Nasheed said you gotta go. He said he will not continue the lecture until you leave." So the sister, she all blowing up, man. Oh, what? You know what? He tried to ruin my life. He tried to sabotage my life. He told her. So the police was like, "Yo, man, you got to go." You know what I'm saying? If you don't leave out, man, we're going to have to arrest you. You know what I'm saying? This and that. She was like, I paid $50 in that. They're like, oh, Tariq Nasheed said he going to give you back your $50. He said, give her back her money. Give her back her money. And so next thing you know, she was waiting outside for him. I got the video. She's up there confronting him. He's walking off with his bodyguard. She's like, hey, come here, you bitch ass nigga. Bring your ass here. You tried to sabotage my life. You lied on me. Call me an agent. So she going off on Tariq Nasheed. This dude keep walking there, and they leave. So, you know, then he gets back. Then when he gets back to the hotel room, now he talking shit all on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, talking shit. So I'm like, well, damn, bro, the girl just wanted to ask you, why did you make an hour-long video calling her an agent when she was out there fighting for her people in Charleston and during the Dylan Roof incident? That's it. The sister wanted to confront him. And you know what? And I fought a lot of brothers too, right? And there's a lot of I was about to call some. I did call out a lot of brothers, but at the end I saw the tide was turning against me. So you know you got to know when to bail out and when to stay. So the tide was turning against me, and I was taking too much heat. So she damn near turned around and flip on me. So she flip on me. He done flip on me. I got damn near 1,000 motherfuckers done flip on me. So I said, boy, I said, well, I was like, you know, one thing about black people, they got short memory. So I said, if I just let this shit die down next week, ain't nobody going to be talking about it again, which that's what happened. But the thing was, like, even if you don't like her, even if you think she's rude, she's loud, you know, she was calling herself the angry black woman, a lot of brothers were still, you know, dissing her, you know what I'm saying, when in all honesty.
Wait a minute, was that the stripper chick?
Yeah, yup. That was her. See, there you go, the stripper chick. You see that, Queen? There you go. And guess who put out she was a stripper chick?
And you know what? I am completely wrong for saying it that way. Unfortunately, it has been put into the psyche in my psyche so much that's like how I remember her.
Yep.
And actually, you know what? She agreed to come on the show like right after that, and we decided no, because I did not want to seem like you know, like we was taking advantage of that particular situation. But I will say that the way that was handled by the brothers was fucking wrong to me, and it was childish.
Yeah.
And I don't really care, you know, like, and I'm not saying that they are childish individuals. Are they wrong every day they wake up? No, but for that particular incident, the way they handled that was just weak. That's not how, you know, that's just not how I'm going to handle something, even with a beef with a queen. And I'm not going to sit up here and act like I ain't had, you know, a discrepancy with a queen, but I'm not going to do you like that. You know, that speaks more about me than whatever it is you did.
Yeah, you're right. And like I said, I understand, because me and her did not get along. But at the end of the day, I still feel she had the right to have her voice heard, because he slammed. So the brothers, instead of taking up for her and like, nah, man, you need to let that girl speak, they was like, oh, man, she got red hair and she got a little, she got on blue hair. She got blue hair and this little tight spandex outfit. Yeah, it was.
That was pretty ugly.
It was.
And I can imagine you getting drugged for that one too, man. Because dude, the cakes was out. Man.
Oh
man, I bet you got drugged for that one, bro.
Ooh wee! Then she flipped on me. I said, oh man, I done try to protect this girl, and this girl done flip on me. I said, man, let me stop. I did like you did. I just started commenting one word. That's okay. Okay, man. Okay, I just was like, man. Okay, man. I'm finished. They was riding me for about a whole week, man. Every time I turn around, dudes got Facebook Live videos. I was like, damn, what in the world? Dudes going live on Facebook, man. Dude. I said, golly, man. Man, damn.
Man, when you see stuff like that, man, you just do the work. You just keep on doing what you're doing. I don't know how you get it back to back like that. You know, I had a couple of people that, you know, attempted to have something to say about me on live, but like you get it frequently. And, I think, that's what you got to do when you get to that point where you always on somebody's tongue. You got to know what you're there for and what you're doing and do the work. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that was one of my biggest mistakes in the movement. I think that was probably one of my biggest mistakes. Like, even though she was in the right, I still shouldn't have jumped in. I put on my cape and, the black woman God, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, niggas throw me under the bus. I got my cape on, the black woman is God, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, y'all ain't, man, this man verbally assaulted Sister Soul Love, you know what I'm saying? The black woman is God, you know what I'm saying? I'm damn near, you know what I'm saying, done puffed out my chest. Man, that shit ain't work. I said, oh, Lord, shit, man, damn.
Hey, I must admit, when Tariq starts a campaign against you, man, that's...
Yeah.
Man.
There's a slight obsession there,
Yeah. And he keeps going
bit.
And going. Yes, he keeps going and going. He don't stop.
Yeah.
He don't stop. He'll drop something on me on next Monday. He'll be, oh, man, Shakem, man. This agent was on My Skin Is My Sin radio. Man, this nigga's an agent, man. See? I told you. See, he done called my name. Now, let's go back to this video I got of him sabotaging my lecture.
Ooh,
and he'll go in.
Look, if that does happen, don't nobody come for me, because I'm just doing my job. I'm a host. I'm doing my job. I don't need
all I'm saying is it's going to be one day, bro. You're going to wake up and you're going to feel some type of way about the scenario. And when you reach out to him, y'all make sure y'all come on this platform, man. Don't give him no home field advantage. We'll be the neutral location for you.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, okay. Well, I appreciate y'all, man. I really did, man. I thank y'all for having me on the show, man. I really appreciate it.
Oh man, it was our honor, bro. It was definitely enjoyed the bill, man. Enjoyed the conversation, and man, like the honesty, man. Like definitely, truly appreciate that. Like not too many brothers can come on and be as honest, about a fuck up as you were. So I salute that completely.
Yeah. I got a couple of them, man. Matter of fact, no, you know what my biggest, but I kind of caught myself on that. But one of my biggest fuck-ups is when we was in Charlotte, and I was going live, and you might remember this because I had old Supreme and Lone Star. Oh, man, they just attacking me. I was like, damn, Supreme, we was cool yesterday. Now you done threw me under the bus. So I'm in Charlotte like, Black Power on this motherfucker, Black Power on the board, Black Power. So this was, we had done got hit by the tear gas, so we was running down the street. And we got to the Hornets arena. And I was going live thinking, them boys started kicking in the windows, looting the store. So I got the camera. I'm like, Black Power on this motherfucker. And them boys just looting the store. And I'm like, everybody's going live. We're in the middle of a damn riot. Everybody's going live. So next thing you know, by the time I done gathered my thoughts, and I'm walking with the bullhorn, I'm looking down on the news feed. I see the niggas niggas trying to get niggas locked up. See, niggas are 80. Niggas trying to get. See, I knew what Tariq said. Yup, see, Tariq Nasheed said the niggas are 80. Look at that, niggas done recorded all them boys. So I didn't know that. So I see Supreme. He's like, oh man, Shakem, man, what the fuck, man? That's a. I'm like, damn, man, you should have damn inboxed me and shit and said, yo, man, like niggas was on your live feed just now, man. But the thing was, everybody was going live. Like, I got the clip. I stopped it, and I took it down, and I took that part out. But I still got it. I just never released it. But, the thing was, even when you watch the video, you see, like, cameramen in the store. You see the dude from CNN. Like, all them boys right there. Like,
they ain't you.
Yeah, exactly. So I was only like one of like 100 niggas out there recording live, and they just started looting the store. I didn't know they was gonna start looting. I'm live.
So, it was just a coincidence.
Yeah. That I took a little hit for that, but I took the live video down. But I didn't know, what I'm saying. I wasn't really paying really too much I don't know, man. When you're in the heat of the moment like that, man, you just, I don't know, man. We kind of slip up, man. I done slipped up, man, because I always try to, like, yeah, man, I ain't perfect, man.
Shit happens, bro.
I
like
just,
you can only do what you can only do, and you learn from it.
Word. That's what's up.
We rolling this. We pushing it on this time. Surprise, we still on the air.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know what? It'll let you keep
up.
going, and it just stops the live feed. Like once, like when I look back at the whatchamacallit, like it'll have the complete time that we were on air talking to each other, as far as like when it goes on the iTunes or when the show pops up on Blog Talk tomorrow. But like if you're not, like it's a couple people still listening now, they probably can still hear. And oh wait a minute, hold on. And my bad, I did not know. I think this is Keith, man. I'm sorry, King. I didn't realize I had you in the queue. Hold on one second. Hopefully we can get get the mayor on. What's good, fam?
Peace. What's up? Yeah, I've been on like an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, well, I knew you was in the queue. I didn't know you wanted to say something, bro. So my bad.
No. It was cool. I was just listening, man. Shakem actually funny. I didn't know he was that funny.
Word.
Yeah, I'm like we always had serious discussions, so I didn't know he had a comedic side. But yeah, no, I definitely thoroughly enjoyed the interview, and
that's what's
I
up.
appreciate you for allowing me to come on.
Come on, man. You already know, man. You family.
Word.
Yeah, like
hey,
Keith, man.
Hey, but you know what, Keith? That's my man. That's my brother.
Keith is the one who got Shakem to unblock me.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that's gonna be in effect, though.
Nah, she good. She good. She good.
Shakem know I respect what he does. I'm just here for clarification sometimes. That's all. He know I respect it.
Yeah. And like I say, man, I sometimes, man, I still make mistakes, and I do things, and sometimes, like the human side, I guess the human side of me comes out, a lot of times, and then and then since I got a lot of people zone in on what I say, either sometimes it's to bash me, or sometimes it's to help me, but I got a lot of traffic. So, I just can't really never. I wish I would have got the white boy on Messenger, though. I ain't really been talking to him, but he's a real interesting character. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you one thing when talking to him that I learned, right? A lot of the stuff that they do, we need to do ourselves, and we need to take that blueprint and use it to help us, because they got. I didn't know that they got a militia. The group is called the 3%ers. So every time, and to be honest, now when I met with the white boy, I had my people outside because I didn't know, if them boy was gonna ambush me or what. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because them boy always strapped. They always strapped. They got a
fact.
They call it 3%ers. So I don't know. I feel you might be familiar with it. I don't know if they might be in Texas, but they call themselves the 3%ers. But they're a white militia. So he always roll with them. So me, I'm like, shit, I got to make sure them boys don't ambush me. I walk in the store, I walk in Applebee's because we met at the Applebee's, so I didn't want to go in there and do ambush me, you know what I'm saying? So I got my people, he got his people. But, the thing is, man, like, the way how they live, like, we should be doing the same thing. And we do the same thing in a sense. We do the same thing. We want to protect our culture. We want to protect our heritage. We want to make sure that, we educate our children. We want to secure our women. We're not really too big on the interracial, thing. We want to make sure that we keep ourselves as a pure African people. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's kind of like what they do. You know what I'm saying? And that's.
I don't know. Them 3%ers around here be tripping. So they
do?
It's weird here. It's like there's overt racism. It's like we know. Let us know you don't fuck with us so that we won't fuck with you and keep it moving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they're no different, it seems to me, than a lot of these other racist, white nationalist organizations. I really don't feel much of a big difference. So.
And see, that's the one thing about growing up in Detroit. It gives you such a warped sense of society because it's 85, especially when I was growing up, it's like 95% black people. So even when you fucked up and went to the courts, you seen black attorneys and black judges. You seen black cops. You seen black rich people and black. You seen the whole spectrum of our greatness and our fuck ups. We got that sense of power that like we got more power than we actually do in this country. Because you could walk down, white people in Detroit was like trying to leave Detroit. Like I'm just here to go to work, and now it's different now. Now you see motherfuckers poodles and shit like that. But when I was growing up, it was like in Detroit, white people knew they role, and it was to shut up and get out our way.
Right.
And then you travel somewhere else, and then you realize, oh shit, it's totally opposite. And this, like when I moved to Cleveland, it was like, like I'm used to if I'm walking down the street and a white person sees me walking towards them, they're moving the fuck out the way. Like I don't even acknowledge you. I don't even acknowledge that you there because I know you gonna move. Not here. The motherfuckers was running to you and call the police on you.
Yeah.
So
it's a big
each little spot is different. How the dynamics are, the power structure, culturally with the subcultures within the main culture. In each little area. We all got our little lingo, our little dance, our little what that's unique to where we at.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this was a really dope interview, bro. You definitely we got to hook that up with the kids too, King.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
We're definitely ready. Definitely ready. Definitely ready.
And make sure, man, your people call up if y'all can. I know the weather is looking shady, but if y'all can call up Saturday the 9th, man, the mayor, Keith, will be in the building. Kimmy Kimmett will be in the building. We got Thought Crimes. We got Do the Knowledge Radio. We got Jay Dizzle and Renee Black. We got the Dagger Squad in the building. We got Six Dynasty. Sonia Burkis, and I hope I'm not missing anybody, but we start September 9th at 7 o'clock in the morning on New Black Knowledge YouTube. Please go there and subscribe if you are listening so you will get notified. And call up and donate a couple of bucks, most importantly. And given what's happening currently now weather-wise, hopefully we can get enough where we can expand it beyond Texas because a lot of our folks out there hurting.
Definitely.
Right. All right. Definitely. Well, I appreciate the bill, family. I definitely do.
No doubt, man. No doubt. You're welcome back whenever you want, bro.
Okay. All right. Y'all enjoy. Y'all take care. Appreciate the love.
No
Thank
doubt.
you. You too.
No
Be
doubt,
safe.
Man. All right.
Be safe.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Peace.
Safe. Okay. Peace.
Oh, Keith hung up anyway. Yep. All right.
Keith
peace, Quinn. Huh? Yeah.
Oh, all right. It was just me and you. Okay. I guess
pretty much.
Don't find me something to do then. All right. I was paying you.
All right. Peace, Queen.
Okay. Peace.